And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio in our Extreme Production series. Alright, so we have oil processing that finished, and let's see, we could do pump jacks too, but I don't think it's really necessary at this point. I do want to start getting trains going, so I'm thinking let's maybe get engines going, which will lead to railway. I want to get engines and then logistics 2 going as soon as possible, because engines are going to be used in the blue science packs, which who knows where those are going. But we're going to need plastics as well. So we can get the electronics, so we can get the blue science, and then everybody's happy. So let's get plastics done while we set this up. All right. So first, we have the refineries. I've got 20 of these puppies built. And we're going to, let's first look at the pump jacks. Okay, so yeah, pump jacks, it's a lot. It's a lot of oil. There is no denying that. So these are about 1,000 per second. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need, these are all going to be outputting on that side. So I want to go up. And let's get our hot bar ready. I got lots of pipe, lots of underground pipe ready to go. We're gonna pump this right into a tank first. And then from the tank, we are gonna have the refineries poking out this side. Right up, I think right there. So do I want one apart or two? I think one apart is fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 more. Guess where those are going to go? Well, those are going to go right next to these. So we're going to have another set of pump jacks. We're gonna space these out a little bit, give ourselves a little room to breathe. But same layout, same setup, with a little space in between. Like a lot of breathing room when I start these extreme production sorts of maps. I don't like to feel cramped or penned in anywhere. So that's a lot of oil production capabilities, and I think, if I were to remember right, we need to be on the top over here and on the bottom over here. I think that's right. Now, I'm usually wrong. I usually set these up and then I come back to do the advanced processing, which adds water, and I usually have to switch around a whole bunch of these. So I wouldn't be surprised if these are all wrong, but we're gonna try to keep this steady here. Oh man, I wasn't even close to finished on this stack. So many pipes. I really wish at this point of the game we had robots, because wow, would that make this so much less painful to run all of this stuff. And I want to leave enough space in here for a pump. We can hook pumps up to these and push a lot of that oil right in where it's needed. Okay, so I also need, I brought power down, as you can see, right in there, and right in there. So yeah, these are gonna fill up fast. Yeah, Very, very fast. Those pump jacks are working hard. I don't think they've upgraded the pump jacks to high def. Like, see the crispness of that? I don't think pump jacks have gotten the special treatment yet. Alright, we are just about full on those. Okay, so how do we want to output all of this stuff? Well, we've got lots of space. One of the reasons I put this so far down here is we got lots of room up to our bus here. And I would like to use that space above for all my processing and cracking needs. So let's get this cleared away. So we have petroleum gas, light oil, and heavy oil to deal with. So with the same sort of setup that I use pretty much everywhere, I've not really seen any other major setups for this that work really well. Of course, I could flip these around, but you can't really offset them in a way that makes them match up really nicely because it's 3 and not 2. So let's get this first stack ready and processing, and then I can do the other side between episodes. So we want to get all the heavy oil linked up here. So much underground. This is why I kind of wanted to automate the undergrounds, just because while I'm doing this, more undergrounds are being made up at the base, and I can grab them if I need them. So petroleum gas, that's the important one. That's the one we want a lot of. And of course, we'll also be making lubricant. Okay, so the heavy oil will come up to there. Light oil can come up to there. And petroleum gas to there. I'm going to want to connect these over. So light or heavy oil from here can connect up like that. And then from here, I can kind of move heavy oil off to the side because we don't need as much. Although we'll be needing quite a bit of it for future use. So that's going to be heavy oil right there. And now light oil. Let's get this set up. So light oil. And this is going to be the opposite of these over here, as far as distances go, because, well, that's actually lower. How did I build those lower? Well, there's 1 square lower on these. That's unfortunate. So I guess light oil, we're gonna rearrange this a little bit. Light oil will come down here. Oh, that's also unfortunate. Like that. This is where the wider range would come in handy. But petroleum gas has to come all the way up, so this one's probably going to have to be doubled. Okay, so let's connect all of our corners. Okay, so this is light oil right in here. Well, light oil can come out this way and get put into a tank here. Petroleum gas will come up here. Get put in a tank up there. All right. I think that is all she wrote here. And then if I start cracking heavy oil, I can just push it into the light oil main trunk line here. And when I finally have pumps, what I like to do is put a pump that pulls out of the pipe and pushes and makes sure the tank is as pressurized as it can be. And that will allow me to, you know, move stuff around. And then I can take the light oil, crack it down, and push it into the petroleum gas, and you know, everything is happy after that. So I want to get all of this stuff powered. Make sure everything's going where we want it to. Light oil, heavy oil, petroleum gas. Okay. And then I'll do the pipes and stuff for this side between episodes, because we have a little bit more that we need to get done. So we got some heavy oil, a lot of heavy oil coming in here. We're going to take this up here a little ways, and we're gonna make lubricant out of it. So let's now that I think about this, that's 4 is probably good enough, but I want to match those up like right there. I'm going to match those up there. I don't really need to have any space in between them, because these two will match up, these two will match up, the output will match up like so, and then we'll be able to push the lubricant up to here. And the further up this is, the better, because I typically like to use bots to move barrels of material around that is really tough to pump and pipe. So we have also a need of getting rid of a lot of light oil as well. So we're going to have a temporary system to handle a little bit of light oil, and we're going to make solid fuel for a little bit, just to make sure petroleum gas is maxed out. And let's use steel chests to sort of store all of this, and then obviously these, and then power. So one here, one here, one here, and where's my power? Okay. Oh, I need those. So that will use light oil. And so petroleum gas, heavy oil, I need these things powered same way that I do. Okay, let's go down here. I want to make sure I've got power around my tanks, because that is where we will be using pumps eventually. So those are good. I should start getting, yep, there's the lubricant coming in. And I want to make sure I have power around my tank, as well as this one up here. So now if I come in here and put in a pump, they're already going to have power, and I don't need to worry about it. And since we just got plastics done, I'll be able to immediately use a lot of these for plastic. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's see. If I come out, if I do like half and half, like that, and then I want to come out half and half like that. So that is my plastic. And then what I can do is I can output on this one. I can do 2 because it makes 2 plastic for every crafting cycle. So it makes 2. So these will be able to output no problem. And what I can do is I can come in here. Oh, I don't have inserter stack size yet. So let's make sure those are all plastic. And then tie them together. Just kind of like I did with all the other ones. And undergrounds. And then we're going to need coal up here. And then the coal will come in, and I'll be able to load that right in the empty spot. So coal will come up right on the inside track there. So there's some petroleum gas loaded in. And eventually, you know, I'll have a pump to pressurize these tanks because it all equalizes in percentages. So if this is 20% full, these pipes are going to be 20% full. It doesn't go by, you know, mass or volume. It just goes by what percentage are they full. All right, so I've got 6 mining drills ready to go. And we're going to come down here where we have a little bit of coal. And this coal is here specifically for plastic. All right, so... And these are just the Mark 1 drills. I'm not sure... what my pollution levels are going to be at yet with all of this refining and stuff. So I want to... We are probably going to need more. So let's plan for that. But initially, I don't know how much more we're going to need. I'm just going to cut a swath through the forest here. And you're going to come up here. Skirt along the outside of all of that lovely, all of that lovely oil. And then in here... We're gonna want, we've got to go way up there. So I'm gonna go right through the middle of all of this. Try to avoid as much of that as I can. There we go. Let's get some power down to those miners. Okay, we gotta follow the path here. Oh, stupid tree. Bumped me out one. See how it bumps you out? Oh, I hate that. Okay, so let's get these miners going all at once. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably need some more. So I'm gonna make 6 more. And now let's get these powered up. And they're the slower versions, but they won't be producing as much pollution, and that is the important bit. The pollution is really where we are limited. Okay, so we have, let's see, 15K in there, 7, ooh, yeah, we got lots of that. And we're maxed out on that. So, last but not least, finally getting some plastic. As soon as the coal makes it up there, coal is taking its sweet, sweet time. And then we're going to merge those two lines. Eventually we'll have two lines. We'll have two lines going up because we're going to be using a lot of plastic. So I built this in anticipation of using a ton of plastic. I could extend this even more, built another set of these on this side facing the other way, and just extend a little bit of petroleum gas out and have it go up the other way, and use, you know, and double our production. But I don't think we're going to need it, simply because we'll be able to upgrade these eventually. These will be, we have, you know, 4 tiers of chemical plant that we're going to be able to use, and that is important. So, all right, so it looks like coal is finally making its way up to the very top, which is good. So we want a little bit of that kind of in backlog while we are doing this, because it's going to use it pretty fast. I'm glad I put those extra miners on there, just because I think we're going to use it fast enough where we're going to need that extra production. So let's put these on here, and now we have a little bit of work done there. So as soon as I have upgraded inserters where I'll be able to move 2 at once, I'm going to change these to override the stack size, so they only do 1. So they'll still put out 1 each, which will be kind of nice. All right, so there we go. We've got plastic. So the next thing obviously is red circuits. That is the next big one, which unlocks the lovely blue science pack here. And then just kind of moving on, you know, we'll get sulfur, sulfuric acid, we need engines, I think blues, yeah, see, blues needs engines, so we're going to need those before anything. So let's get those going now. And then putting the plastic on the bus is just a matter of finding a good spot, because of course we're going to want a lot of it on the bus. So I'm going to take this is plastic right here. We're going to kind of take a circuitous route to put it on the bus. So we're going to bring it out way out to here. Try to avoid a lot of the bus. Make our way. Oh. Okay, so silly trees. Okay, so let's find a good spot to get through there. And then finish this off. And finally load plastic onto the bus where it belongs. There it is. Plastic is on its way. It's kind of a weird route, but I like to get everything loaded in, and then we can go from there. And obviously we have batteries yet. And red circuits can come in It's one of the reasons I like to load this like this is red circuits can go like right in here. So that will work. That will work out. All right, looks like lubricant filled up. Heavy oil is getting a little bit more backlog. Light oil, you know, I could add some more of these. Oh, I need to move that. So I'm gonna pop one more here. Really, I don't have any more power poles. That was the end of my power poles. That's crazy. It's crazy how I do a build and I lose track of the power poles. There we go. Now we've got a ton. We're using a ton of light oil right now just to make solid fuel. And the engine unit is done, so let's get maybe. Yeah, we're gonna want to do this. So let's get that researched. All right, well that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.